Okay, so can you tell me your name and how I can contact you?
My name's Kate Cubley, and you can contact me, sing@katecubley.com.
Awesome. And do you have an answer to the question that was asked this week? It was a young singer asking for an exercise moving from chest to head voice.
Sure. Actually, can I give you not an exercise, but an example?
Sure.
I think it's really important for young people to know that it's really, really normal to struggle with this, because you've got your chest voice and your head voice. And what I like to think of is there's two ways to get over that gap in between them. You can either take your chest voice higher, or you can take your head voice lower. And that's a really nice way to bridge the gap. And I'm sure lots of the other teachers will help you with that. The one thing I will say is if you're going up, take your foot off the accelerator as you're heading up there and just make that a little bit lighter, speed your breath flow, but just pull back a little bit.
Amazing. So tell me your name and how I can get in contact with you.
I am Hannah Taylor and I work for the Vocal Room up in the northeast of England, and you can get in touch with us through the website, thevocalroom.com.
So what's your tip from moving from chest to head voice?
For young singers moving from chest to head voice, not too loud, too high. It's not push, so take it quite quiet. So maybe some little scales that are quite quiet and meow 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 meow. So it's not about driving that sound and taking it really, really high.
What's your name and how can I contact you?
My name is Rachel Meadows, and you can contact me on hello@rachelmeadows.co.uk.
Amazing. So the question that's in this week is from a young singer who's asking for an exercise to move from chest voice to head voice.
Do you know what? My favourites are just normal kind of sirens, really, and starting off really, really gently, some lip bubbles. You can do it really incrementally and going a little bit further each time. That can really get you from one area of your voice up to the next part of your voice with ease and fluidity. And some bridging exercises, so you could do and so.
Amazing. Thank. So what's your name and how can I contact you?
I'm Becky Hurrell. You can contact me either at becky@beckyhurrell.co.uk.
So the question in this week is, can we have an exercise please for moving from chest to head voice?
I approach this one from the other way around, and I get you working from the top down to the bottom. So start up high, make some silly noises, meowing and squeaking, meow, 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 mewing all up there, and then bring it down. You'll find a point where you will have to go into a ba ba ba, ga 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 voice, and have fun going from one to the other. And I advise going from the top down, and then slowly you can then move it going through to the other way because it's strengthening up.
Thank you. Name and how can we contact you?
Ruti Halvani, RUTIHALVANI, and by email it's songbird00001@gmail.com.
And you are based where?
In Israel.
Fantastic. So the same question, a student asked this week via Instagram, how can I move from chest to head voice more smoothly?
Okay, I will do some, it depends, what level the student is, but some of my exercise will be actually changing vowels, modifying vowels, working from either U to A, like an arpeggio of 1-5-3-8-5-3-1, or the opposite,
Fantastic, thank you. What's your name and how can I contact you?
My name is Kami Katzen, I'm from Israel, and I have an email.
Amazing.
Yes.
Tell me that.
Yes, TAMI.KATZEN. Strudel? No, how do you say it? At. I say strudel. gmail.com.
Fantastic. So a question in from a young singer this week was, can I have an exercise to move from chest to head voice? What would your immediate thing, what would come to your mind?
Soften the volume when you go up, and sometimes I use imagery like close your eyes, lower the energy, pull from the top of the head. Think of steam coming out. It's many things. I don't use them all at one time, but it's always get softer and everything, emotional and physically.
Fantastic. Your name and how students might be able to contact you.
Yeah, my name is Antonio De Lillis, and they can contact me via email using a very long email again, which is delillisantonio@gmail.com.
Fantastic. So the question in this week, Antonio, is a student that wanted to have tips to move from chest to head voice.
Okay. Well, something quick could be just toying with your voice, just pretending to be someone else, so it's not you. You are someone else, so play with that kind of... You can call it falsetto, head voice, whatever you like, but just play with that. And you, even better, you could play with chest, head, and then make some music with that. Things like that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So the question that came in this week was, how can I move from my chest voice to my head voice? What's an exercise? And this is for young singers.
Gentle sliding exercises. That's probably my first. And kind of primal sounds, playful sounds like, imitating a siren and meowing or whooping.
Amazing.
Things, yeah.
I am Jo Sear, and you can contact me. My email address is jo@divavocals.co.uk or www.divavocals.co.uk.
So a question that's come in this week is, how can I move from chest to head voice?
Oh yes, that old chestnut. How can you do it? In the first instance, if you can't do it at all, I would recommend using some SOVT work like a kazoo or a straw, and just gradually just trying to blend upwards and or making a sound like a kitten or a puppy, moving downwards from there, up and down from there.
Fantastic. Hi everyone. So for me, moving from head to chest voice is all about experimentation and doing lots of exercises to explore your voice so that you can blend it. And I think Kate had an explanation of two things there, which you can go back and have a look at, because I actually filmed those yesterday and I'm making my comments today. But one way I like to have a play is, for example, if you just do, that's a bit low, kind of more chest voice, and then and then literally just play around with that and know your limitations to that, and go up and down your scales playing around with that. So for example, I might go or you might want to do it on a fifth or a fourth or a third, or you could even try on one note and so on. So I like playing around, and not all of those were accurate, but you know what I'm like, I'd rather not give it any filter. I'd rather you hear a much more raw, honest version of singing work. But yeah, play around with that, and obviously also do all vowels. Or you might find an easier, I think someone suggested a siren. There's so many different ways, and utilise all those teachers' knowledge and have a go at all of them and see what works for you best. I'd love for you to ask more questions, so do get in contact with me, or you can contact the teachers direct that you've seen in the video here. The teachers that I filmed do all have a variety of experiences. Indeed, they're based around the world, so you can contact them to pick at their brains. I'm sure they'll be delighted to help you. And they've got wealths of experiences. So some of them are classical teachers predominantly, some of them are in pop and commercial music, some of them are like me in theatre, and some of them are crossover. So go pick at everybody's brains, search people out, and facilitate your learning a little bit more. And you know, if you want to contact me, hit my website www.ameliacarvoice.com, or you can email me your questions ac@ameliacarvoice.com. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, and don't forget to get me your questions in for next week.